Trick or treat, little babies. Ooh.
I'm kinda freaking out. I think I'm freaking done. I see a creeping clown. I'm down and out, about to run. Hey mama, hide your son. Hey papa, hide your daughter. These clowns are stepping. Weapons out, about to slaughter. Been spotted off their rocker. I'm talking awful shady. I'm losing sleep at night. Creepy dreams, colossal crazy. Ronald McDonald made me scared. I'm missing chicken nuggets. And I would freaking love it if Bozo would kick the bucket. I'm feeling sick to stomach. Fuck ISIS, fear the circus. Let's bring the troops on home before the painted faces hurt us. You can say I'm nervous, give me Xanax, double dose. Quick to panic at these juggalos with rubber noses. Clowns are coming to your town. The 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 clowns. I was at my nephew's party, eating cake, minding my own. Then before I knew it, Bubbles showed up in the zone. I take the cake knife and I gut him in his abdomen. Baseball bat pinata style, then he got stabbed again. I tell the kids to get him, they stomping on his junk. I'm tossing fish up in that ass, I showed this painted punk. Now my sister's screaming, she like, you big buffoon. I paid that clown like $60 to twist balloons. Oops, well, no regrets when it comes to clowns. I'd rather shoot them down than mess around, I stand my ground. So if you come where I am, it isn't unfair. Don't say I didn't warn you when I hit you with that jump scare. Clowns are coming to your town. The 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 clowns.
That's hella scary, dude. That's a creepy Halloween right there. Were you ready for a creepy Halloween? I was not prepared for a creepy Halloween. How's everybody doing today? I haven't watched that for a long ass time. That was back when the clowns were showing up everywhere. An entire song got made because I had booked a studio session for Leafy. He was going to make a diss track to PewDiePie, I think. And we had worked on some bars. I think he had talked to Andy Milonakis about some bars. He had some stuff ready to go, but he fucking flaked out on the session. So I had to write that song in like 60 minutes because I had a session booked. Can't cancel. When is my surgery? Last Friday. Who wants to see my surgical scar? Biggest dono gets to see my surgical scar. How's that sound, Shad? Hey? I got to go throw up a link to this episode. I put it on Twitter, and I have to put it in Discord. Pop, running with thugs, pop. Having a blessed Sam Hain. Been listening to me since you was in high school? Kong, cheers to that. I got a little something from when I was in high school. I don't know if you guys are down with some, we start off with some clown rap. Let's go full on Juggalo this Halloween. Got some backyard wrestling. I had a pacemaker put in, heart surgery last Friday. It's a small scar, yeah. It's a little bigger than my mouth, I think. Like if I had to make out with my surgical scar, that would fit fairly well. Merry Halloween. This is Halloween. was trying to get my top-down camera to work. It's not loading. Let me try one more time to see if I can get this little tootie to load up. Boo. I'm getting a fucking non-responsive error. Some bullshit. I don't know why my top-down camera doesn't want to work. As you can see, the artwork for God Complex is on the screen. You can listen to the album on all the good platforms. Did I catch Ben's stream? I think he had Gail on today. Gail Cord Schuler on Drunken Peasants for Sober October. Try a Reolink camera. Yeah, this Ivy Cam shit I was using worked really well for a while, but now it's kind of bullshit. Bullshit. Let's pop in a little bit of history. This is from when I was in high school. You don't even want to know how old this is. I think it's like 24 years old. I don't even know. It's old. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. This is Napalm versus Kingpin in my friend's backyard. You ready for some backyard wrestling? Look at baby Billy. Little baby Billy. I was 17 years old here. Look at that little tank. Look at that little tank. Man, he's a little tank. There's my buddy in the background, inmate 187.
Will not be able to show any bias in our matchup. You call it fairly, or you're out of the WRF.
You better call it fairly.
That's not a threat. That's a fact. And here comes Napalm.
Look at young Billy, young Kingpin said that's not a threat, that's a fact. You better call it fairly, or you're fired. Here comes Napalm. You can't see his huge ass muscles because he's wearing baggy clothes. He's got the DX jersey on. Look at this absolute tank. Oh shit, he reversed it. Can't get me in a reverse DDT, baby. I'm gonna lock your little neck in. I'm gonna break your little neck. Break your little neck, son. Oh. Yeah. Sometimes you take a stunner, and that's a reversal. Can't do anything about that. Also, I was morbidly obese, so I need my rest break. He's got me in the was that a modified Boston Crab? Can't lift up my junk and thighs. This is before the sickness, yeah. This is like 2000, I think. Oh, the spear. The spear. Oh, then he just beats the shit out of me? Come on, man. You could have pinned me that easily, Papa. I'm gonna kick out. Our ring was a bunch of old mattresses covered in a tarp. Man, don't I? Nope. Can't count me out with the sit out rock bottom, the seated Uranagi from Kingpin. Man, what a beast I was. What's up, Lord Magicus? How you doing? Then here comes the 7-10 split. Boom! Got him right in his nuts. Right in the nards. Then I squeak over for a The laziest pin. I was a lazy pinner. Because if I put all my weight on somebody, they're going to kick out. They're not going to kick out, I mean. So I had to give lazy pins if it was a kick out. My massive kick. Look at my massive kick. I'm tripping over the mattress. My little outfit is like too loose. It's falling down. I got to pull up my pants. This was my finisher, the fecalator. But he reversed it into a bulldog. Oh my God. I was kingpin back then. I have a bowling pin on my shirt with a little crown on it. My mom made this outfit for me. Oh. Boom. Hit me with the Fame-asser, dude. The fecalator, like, part of it was right before I get you on the reverse powerbomb, you're staring down my bulbous ass. And I may or may not have farted a few times in the opponent's face before hitting the fecalator. My mom supported me in this Benjamin City. This wasn't embarrassing, dude. This was the 90s. This was literally like the coolest thing you could do in the entire world in the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, he's got a ladder. He's got a ladder. It's over. It's over. Would I wrestle Tonka Saw? I don't know if I can wrestle with my pacemaker now. Bitch, you ain't gonna fucking crossbody. You get fall away slammed, son. I'm a giant. I'm Andre the Vagiant. Oh man, relentless kick. Relentless kick. Boom. How do you like that 450-pound splash? That's a 450 splash right there. I think I fought Kimbo Slice once or twice, maybe. Maybe not. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a twist of fate coming. All the wrestling moves got used from the fucking 90s. Oh, double clothesline. Double clothesline. Laid out. Your mom is Muslim and would never allow this? Dude, your mom is invited to the next backyard wrestling match I have. We'll try and win her over. Although I don't think I'll ever backyard wrestle ever again. Oh. I ain't gonna get pinned that easy. I ain't getting pinned that easy. It was stinky. These mattresses would sit out in a shed all the time. It was Seattle. Reverse, bitch. Oh, what? Oh, no. Oh, head scissors. Man down. Man down. I went for frog splashes a couple times off of the deck they have. But then I would usually end up tanking and biffing on the ground. I would end up plunging. It's better than anything on Raw. Yeah. This is Monday night. Uncooked. Undercooked. Not quite raw. Undercooked. DDT. Young Bill Fridge on his head. Knocked out me, dude. Napalm. Goo. Napalm with a leg drop. That was a... Oh, insult to injury. Chopping. Insult to injury. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Bitch, I'm kicking out. You ain't hit me with the 3, Papa. You ain't hitting me with the 3. Young Bill Fridge ain't going down that easily. What's he gonna do here? Oh, he kicked me in the fucking leg. Reverse, bitch. You ain't going reverse DDT me, Papa. Oh, this is the fecalator. Fecalator. Boom. And then when I fecalate you and sit on you, you're done. You're done, dude. You're done. And your partner had to call it down the middle or I was going to fire him. I said, get out of here, Papa. Get out of here, Papa. My buddy Tony, he was napalm there. He sent this to me not too long ago. And I've been looking for a reason. To pop it open on stream. And I'm sitting here tonight and I'm like, kind of want to do a stream. Don't know what I'm going to do it about. We're going to do Monday Night Flaw. That's why I just kick out now. Next year, you'll go as Billy the Fridge for Halloween. I remember, was it 2017 Halloween? Maybe it was 2016 Halloween. Probably 2016 Halloween. I got hella people going as Billy the Fridge for Halloween. It's when I had the YouTube boost. Will the next heart surgery involve nano machines? I think there might have been nano machines in this one, dude. I'm going to hit the fecalator on Fousey Tube. Ahoy, what's up, Gray Alien? How you doing? Yeah, my surgery went well. I am alive. I got a nice, big, thick surgical scar. I keep looking at it and crying slightly. I'm like, poor little Billy. You used to be perfect. Now you have a gigantic chest pussy. You didn't realize it was Halloween until you got to work? And you didn't realize you were dressed for Halloween until everybody complimented your costume at work? You're like, what? Oh, I guess I did wear a costume to work today. I didn't realize it was Halloween. Shit just don't feel the same no more, dude. It ain't the same. Old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Chicks dig scares. Chicks dog scares, Seth Look says. I thought you were saying chicks dig scars, but yeah, their dogs do scare me too. We do need a fridge party in Vegas or NYC. We got to get everybody together in one of those massive Vegas mansions, Raging Max. I want to do a big Vegas mansion getaway. They have these huge mansions with like multiple, like 10 bedrooms. I was looking at one. It was like $4,000 to $5,000 a night. Had a pool house, huge pool party. It looked like a MTV beach house, like super party, like super mansion in Vegas. It was like $4,000 a night. And they had one room that housed like 18 people in it. It was like for staff, I guess. It was like bunk quarters. I was like, you could probably get a bunch of like people coming in on the cheap to sleep in the bunk quarters. Then you could have everybody else pair up in the big boy rooms with the double queen beds in each room. It'd be a fun little weekend. Lightning Sparrow says New York City is closer to you. Aren't you in Europe, though? Am I tripping? There's a streamer house in New York City. One Sonic lives there? I just want to rent a mansion for a big mansion pool party. Get everybody out there and make content. Do backyard wrestling match at the mansion. But we do need to have a party. Hopefully with this new pacemaker, I'll be able to party hardy and rock and roll. Because right now I can either party hardy or rock and roll. But I want to do both again. I miss it. I miss it. Exquisite. 121. Hello, legend. Hello. New York City is closer to Europe than Vegas. If you're flying from Europe, New York City is like 2 or 3 hours closer than Vegas. Just sit there for 2 more hours. I just wanted to rent a gigantic mansion is all. Nobody wants to support my dreams when I want to rent gigantic mansions. I don't get it. You know who was a dreamer? John Lennon was a dreamer. They say he's not the only one.
I mean, everywhere they went, they were brought cripples, by the way. You know, I mean, and there was a sort of thing that went around look out fellas, cripples coming, and they wheel in all the paraplegics so they could touch them. It was like Jesus almost.
There were some really bad cases, God help them, you know, but there was really some poor little children that would be brought in. I mean, some actual basket cases. I mean, they were just in baskets, you know. And also some really just sad thalidomide kids.
It's not very nice to be, you know, afflicted, but, you know.
What, this was recommended in content?
You know, John had this kind of thing that manifest as a, you know, as a joke. He'd always joke about it because the reality was too much for him. I think it was a fear or, you know, something. You can see, actually, in all these home movies, every time, you know, John, you switch the camera on and put him on, he goes into a spastic kind, his interpretation of what a spastic is.
And John would always do daft clapping, you know. We couldn't really see ourselves as the sort of, yeah, come on, get on. It was all... There was a lot of that, you know. But it kept us sane, I think, you know. A little bit of irreverent humour. It meant we weren't falling for the game too much.
It's not easy. All you got to do is sort of clap your hands.
That's what music these days is missing. Why aren't more musicians making fun of retarded people?
Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Oh. Yes. Oh, if you don't want to clap your hands, so stamp your feet on the floor.
Dude, the Beatles were lit. The Beatles were lit. Clap your hands. Stomp your feet. You guys think the Beatles were gay together? Imagine if you were like 4 Justin Biebers, right? 4 Justin Biebers. How could you not be gay together? Jonas Brothers, they were brothers. They don't have to be gay together. They're brothers. In sync, probably gay together. I don't know. I just look back in time and I think about how if I was pretty, I would have been gay. Yeah, 4 Beatles versus 1 P. Diddy. I think the Beatles could take him. The Beatles came from a different era, man. They had a yellow submarine. That's basically military. You ever hear those stories about Ghislaine Maxwell wanting to get like submarine communities off the shore so they could evade laws? You guys ever see that? Ghislaine Maxwell submarine shit? It's like, hey, we don't want to pay taxes and adhere to the laws. Let's start a submarine community of sicko multimillionaire billionaires. Let me see if I can find it. Where the hell is her submarine talk? I'm seeing like depression of her in prison. I need to find out this submarine. I know I'm not making this up. I can't find it though. God damn it. I'm not making this up. Billy and Shani live at the same time on YouTube. Don't this exceed weight limit? Step McHugs, that's rude. That's super rude. You know what I'm missing this Halloween? You know what I look forward to every Halloween that I realize I'm not going to get this year? You guys remember Diddy's Halloween costumes? This is when Diddy was Pennywise. How big is that forehead, dude? How big is that forehead? I love you too, Disappointing Porn. Disappointing Porn? What a good name that is. Jigress says Billy doesn't know about Gail getting molested on stream earlier. What? I did not hear about that. Like 364 days out of the year, Diddy was a psycho madman. But on Halloween, Diddy was a psycho madman that we loved. Look at this, Pennywise. Is that his son? Who is that? Vocal? 1978? Dude, that dude with the hair back there, that's got to be... Are those all his kids? Okay, whatever this other thing is behind Jumpin' Boy here, that's going to be in my nightmares. What is this? Are we just ignoring the little thing in the background with the Voodoo Thompson eyes? Do you not see Voodoo Thompson back there? Okay, so yeah, Diddy as Pennywise. That was when I was like, oh, Diddy goes out for Halloween. Diddy loves Halloween. This is Diddy as Joker. Someone brought this up. Diddy's Joker was uncomfortable. It was. I wonder if Diddy's ever thrown a grenade at somebody at one of his parties. I feel like he could get away with that shit, you know? Like, he got away with so much. He probably threw a live grenade at somebody at one of his parties.
He's pussy. He's pussy. Pussy. Yeah. You, nigga. Yeah, him.
I guess that guy's an actor from Power. And Diddy is getting in a fight with him outside of the club. Outside of the club.
You're a clown!
Weird Al did It's All About the Pentiums, baby. I don't know if he got invited to the Diddy parties. I don't hope he didn't go to the Diddy parties. Revolt the Machine says, is this racist? No, clown face is never racist.
What's up, baby? Wait, what's up, baby? What's up? What's up? You don't like me? You motherfucking get to it, nigga.
Who was is that Kim Kardashian as it looked like Kim Kardashian as Mystique back there. Ayo.
MTY5 donated $10. All I want to do is give Billy the best carne asada of his life while drinking gin and juice.
Wow, I can't remember if we used blowjob to. I know there's a few filters on here, and I think blowjob filters to carne asada. Either way, that sounds delicious.
You don't like me, you motherfucking front, get to it, bitch. Don't fucking play with me on Halloween. I'm out here with love, nigga. You wanna have love? Just what up then, nigga? What's up? Fucking come out here and I'll bust your shit. Nah, hey, keep it pimpin'. Pussy, make sure you don't never talk to me like that, nigga. I'm love.
Sean asked if I saw Mr. Medica stream tonight. I did not. Probably his last. Is he that bad? That sucks. That sucks. Oh, he got a flamethrower?
Tyler the Great.
Venture Ontario says, Billy, please check in on Ben. If I get $1,000, I'll go to Ben's house and break his window and give him mouth to mouth. Actually, I can't even fit through his window. I don't think I can give him mouth to mouth, guys.
Hey, hold on. I don't think that you heard me.
Medicare shattered his back. His body is caving in. That's horrible. Oh, my God. Poor man. Yeah, when Esion played the Joker in my cool music video, Feels Batman.
You smell like Kim Kardashian.
Now, Diddy got a cease and desist this Halloween. DC said, do not play our Joker again. And so what did Diddy do? Last Halloween, Diddy goes out as Batman. You got the fucking Batmobile, dude. What? Imagine if instead of being a philanthropist for Gotham, Batman was a rapist. Damn, what's up, Diddy? What's up, Diddy, man?
Hey, Diddy can't be Joker, but he can sure be Batman and Hollywood. Let's go, Diddy. Batman and Hollywood.
Seth Looks donated $10. If this message ends with Mexican food, then there is a filter. If not, then no Diddy. Butterfly.
There is a filter, I think. I think the filter wasn't carne asada, it was butterfly. Damn it. What's up, Diddy? Are you in jail on your prison phone? Who the fuck is this pumpkin following Diddy around? I want to know more about this pumpkin over here with the flash on his phone. Damn. Thugger free. Anybody about to have a seizure from all these flashes? That's a famous LA jeweler. Oh, let's go. So this was last year's Halloween costume. Now Diddy's locked up. I want to know if he's got like a prison costume. You think he's able to get a costume in jail? Haven't you ever had butterfly tacos? I've had butterfly shrimp. I don't think I've ever had butterfly tacos, though.
And fuck the Joker when you got Batman in the building, dog. Who's more famous than Batman? Come on now.
Come on now. Thank God for the baby oil, baby oil. Thank God for the baby oil. He's wearing Kool-Aid lipstick in jail. That would be pretty cute. If he's Joker in Arkham. I kind of want to know if he dressed up because like his son went out for Halloween. His son, this is Diddy's son this year at Halloween. He was Ghostface. This is not like Diddy levels of costume right here. Don't need to have that stupid fucking music in the background. Diddy's son, Christian, hit Lala Anthony's Halloween bash. Whoa, who's the cat lady? Who's the cat lady? That is, that's almost like some Wharf level of forehead shit going on there. Billy doesn't have good content. No, I don't need good content, Papa. Racketeering and transport. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the closest thing we get to Diddy's costume this year. Boo. Boo. Cheers, Quadrix. I'm doing good. I'm thinking about going to the movies tonight. I just jumped on for a short little stream. I'll probably cut out of here in a little bit. It's not going to be a long one. It's not going to be a long one unless I decide not to go to the theater. I really want to go to the theater tonight. I've been waiting all day to go to the theater. It's safe to roast him now. He's cooked, dude. I don't roast people, okay? I'm a sweet boy. Did you guys see the Jon Stewart talk about Kill Tony on The Daily Show? You see his response? Let me see if I can find it. What is this shit?
Remember the guy who called Puerto Rico the island of floating garbage? That so-called joke has rattled the Trump campaign and ignited the ire of many prominent Puerto Ricans. Well, an unexpected person thinks that comedian Tony Hinchcliffe is funny.
Retrospect, having
an unexpected person thinks Tony Hinchcliffe is funny. That guy is a professional. The Hill has 2 million subscribers. This is cute.
A roast comedian come to a political rally a week before Election Day and roasting a key voting demographic, probably not the best decision by the campaign politically. But to be fair, the guy's really just doing what he does. I mean, bringing him to a rally and have him not do roast jokes, that'd be like bringing Beyonce to a rally and not have... Oh.
So, I mean, that was certainly unexpected coming from Jon Stewart, of all people. He does buck the liberal line in some respect.
He does back the liberal line in some respect. I can't listen to this guy's accent. I can't just listen to it, you know? I have to be bothered by it. I don't know what it is with my brain, but this accent, it's like I can't just listen to this guy talk. It's probably a prejudice of mine or something. But I like the voice, though. That's the problem. I'm not hating on the voice. I actually like it, but I can't, separate the voice from the message.
Previously thought he was right to buck the...
Seth looks as I saw Joe Rogan saying he would have told Tony not to do that joke there. Yeah, I think that there would have been way better choices for him at that crowd to make himself look like $1 million by doing very safe, the crowd is there. They just want to hear all the hits, right? This is not a comedy crowd. This is like the people that go to, I'm drawing a blank. They go to Journey and they just want to hear Don't Stop Believing, you know? They don't want to hear the rest. What's he supposed to do? Turn into Chappelle? Everybody should be Chappelle. Chappelle Ronan? Is that Ronan? Chappelle Ronan? Or Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappelle Ronan?
Liberal line. I think he's wrong here. I didn't like the joke and I thought it was a racist joke. But, I mean, I guess he's making the point that Hinchcliffe is, as he put it, a roast comedian. You know what you're going to get. I didn't see the John segment in full, so I don't know if he was making the argument that the Trump campaign were wrong to get him to do that in the first...
He just said that the Trump campaign was wrong in the little clip they just played on your show. Did you not see the little clip they just played? He said you probably don't want to hire a roast comedian unless you want him to roast. You probably don't want to hire a roast comedian to roast a key demographic. He literally just said that. Dude.
first place. But, you know, it's an interesting debate, I guess.
Yeah, and that's kind of the insinuation, right, is that it's not really on the comedian or the joke or even that he did something wrong by saying that joke at the rally, but that maybe it was on the Trump campaign for inviting him and not thinking about what it is that he does. I mean, if you go back to his...
See, you know what it is? I was saying I couldn't listen to that guy's message because of his voice and his accent was distracting me. Maybe I just can't listen to either of these people because she doesn't have an accent, but everything she's saying is like, I can't focus on it. Maybe I just hate the Hill.
Roast of Tom Brady, there were jokes that were far and away that could be considered more offensive or racist.
I think it was Andrew Rivers, my buddy here in Seattle, comedian Andrew Rivers. He said, you know, I'm butchering what he said. He said, you know, your joke on Puerto Rico is so terrible because nobody brings up your black people eats watermelon joke. That's how bad your Puerto Rico joke was. Everybody else just ignores the black people eats watermelon joke you made right after.
Than anything he said during this Trump political rally. And I think the larger point here is regardless of whether or not you found the joke funny.
Jay Marshall says, I feel like Billy is jealous of people with accents. I'm actually the opposite of that. I have like this really interesting dialect that people from all over the world, they can't pinpoint where I'm from. It's like this, it's like a very, very low value quality that I have. Every time I meet somebody from a different part of the world, they're like, where are you from? Where's that accent from? I'm like, I'm just a fucking gibberish spitting weirdo, man.
Really, the people at the rally didn't really find it funny because the guy basically bombed his entire set, and then the Trump campaign immediately distanced itself from it, which they very rarely do. Regardless of whether or not you find it funny, this was a distraction from what could have been a really successful political event.
Teddy Rubskin says, dude ruined his career by doing that. This was a terrible gig. I think it was actually the opposite. I think Tony Hinchcliffe doing this has put himself into the last week of like huge news cycles, right? And if Trump loses, and if you see a huge swing of Puerto Rican voters coming out in Pennsylvania that may not have voted before, then...
Quadrex funded €5. Cheers, Billy. Been here since back in the day and delight you're doing your own thing. It's highly entertaining and I appreciate the butterfly out of that.
I appreciate the butterfly out of that too, brother. Thank you for chilling, Quadrix. But yeah, I think if Tony goes down as being the reason why Trump lost, that's gonna make his career. It's so funny. There's so many ways this could go, and I don't think Tony Hinchcliffe is in any position of losing his career. There might be bumps, there might be strides, there might be a lot of people that don't fuck with him after this, but I don't think he's out, you know. And it's possible he could have gotten more eyes on him. People who are tired of being told they can't think or say what they want to think or say. Like, for as many people as there are out there that are like, that was racist, that was terrible, and I'm kind of closer to that side. I think it was kind of bad jokes and definitely offensive, and I can see why people would be offended by it. But I also think there's a ton of people I've seen out there who are like, look, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm tired of being told I have to be offended by shit that doesn't matter. And I think that's a good point too, because Tony Hinchcliffe is this non-political entity, this comedian, and everybody's talking about that when there was a bunch of people that night that were saying some really questionable stuff that could have been picked apart that actually mattered. These are people who are behind like political movements and government related campaigns that want to do things to our government, that were there that night saying things, making plans that I think are borderline nefarious sometimes. Some of them interesting. I do think it is the Department of whatever the Doge thing is, where you hold government economical spending accountable. That's an interesting thing. I don't know if Elon and the guy that were behind it are going to seriously do something about it, but I do like the idea of holding government spending accountable. But there was a lot of stuff there that was just completely under the radar because people wanted to be outraged at a comedian. Seth Looks says, according to Rogan, he's been doing that joke for a while. Doing it at a Trump rally is why anyone is really mad. In a comedy club, it's just kind of edgy. I heard he did the joke the night before in a New York comedy club, and it didn't do well either. And he like said at the comedy club, well, this one will kill at the rally. I don't know if that's true. But I think Tony also has this Tony Hinchcliffe's Kill Tony show. It's his echo chamber, right? Like everybody at that show fucking loves Kill Tony. Even if they think Tony is like if they want to pick on Tony or hate Tony, like Tony is the pinnacle of that show. And he's got all these comedians that are underneath him that he's given careers to, and they're all like bigging him up too. And he's like best friends with Joe Rogan, who is huge, and he gets to meet all these other huge comedians. He's got all these huge comedians coming on his show, and they're all looking up to him because he's the hot ticket right now. He's the cool platform. And I think that he doesn't get like, I want to say ego checked a lot. He doesn't actually get checked. So he kind of has to be his own judge of everything. And when you're used to working an audience that is loaded and ready to go, that will cheer everything you say. And also on his shows, he's constantly telling jokes that miss. But he gets to tell more jokes right afterwards, the 2-hour segment. He always hits back. So I think it's probably kind of hard for him to judge whether a joke's going to do well. Because if he does this at the New York rally and it didn't work, he did it at the New York club the night before and it didn't work, and he's thinking it might work in another room, he might just have no one above him to tell him like what is funny or not, you know? It's the audience that like I think his live shows, his material he does his live shows. I haven't seen Tony live since the Comedy Store 10 years ago. And he was funny then. I enjoyed his set. It was a good show. But everybody I know recently who's seen him, they're like, dude, he kills it. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. His live shows are so good. So I think he's good. I just think he, made a couple choices that weren't knock him out of the park. That roast he did with Tom Brady, he was fucking smoking everybody. And he was being he was telling racist jokes there. I think racist jokes are okay. You just have to pull them off. Like, you can't be that guy that bombs a racist joke and then says, oh, everybody else is weak. Like, no, you probably should have done better. Like, take it on the chin. People didn't react well to the joke. Tell more jokes. But don't be like, oh, people can't take a joke. Most everybody can take a joke, especially that crowd. That crowd, the Madison Square Garden crowd, was ready to cheer on just about everything. As long as you didn't say something like Kamala's gonna win. It's such like a loaded, ready crowd. It probably would have behooved him to be a little more safe in that crowd. But also, You want to swing. You want to hit him big. There was someone said that his entire comedy set was greenlit except a joke he made where he wanted to call Kamala a cunt. And they were like, no, you can't do that. So it seems like people on the show vetted his jokes too. I don't know if that's 100% true. I've heard that from people that might have some sort of validity. Seth looks says, I'm not defending him because it was a poor decision on his part to do a joke like that at a political rally. I don't feel the need to defend him. I think he's going to be just fine. Right? I think if you're angry, you have a good reason to be angry, but also I think a lot of people are extra volatile right now. This political run has everybody thinking this is the end of the world as we know it. Everybody is so... The one party is communists, the other party is Nazis. What's that song? There's commies to the left of me, Nazis to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. He had a couple hilarious Amy Schumer and Lizzo jokes. Nice. When you saw him. Yeah, Juma, you were one of the people I remember that said that he was hilarious when you saw him. I think Tony is funny. I like Tony. Benjamin C says, what racist about his joke, though? After you showed the video, I Google Earth Puerto Rico Street View, and it's tons of garbage streets. Yeah, I think if he would have followed up the joke about calling Puerto Rico the garbage island, if he would have said, like, have you seen the garbage in the streets there? It's disgusting. Like they're one of us. Why are we not taking care of them? Why is the Biden administration not taking care of them? If he would have said something like that after the joke, if he would have like followed it up with some aftercare, like I'll be honest with you. Comedy is a lot like fucking. If you're going to do the hard shit, you got to have some aftercare. So all these big dick hooligans who come in, rip up a tiny butthole, and then leave it in shambles with no cuddles and no kisses. That's what we're mad about. If you want to do some fuck me in the ass jokes, then you got to hold me afterwards. More people need to understand aftercare. I see Teddy Rubskin in the chat saying, Teddy, I have no idea what I triggered. You're one of the most vast characters I know, Teddy Rubskin. Because sometimes you're very like caring and you're like, you go from a Care Bear to like, I'm very worried. And sometimes I don't even know if like it's performative because you're that like, you care that much about something. Then you go into like the most sleaziest, sluttiest, like there's a hole in the bottom of this teddy bear and someone's putting shit in that hole. Teddy Robinson says, I just think it's a little strange you would mark Puerto Ricans knowing how quick they are to anger. Oh, I think it was a stupid move to challenge Puerto Ricans in New York City. That room alone probably had, what was it, 20,000 people in Madison Square Garden? I bet you there was at least 1,000 Puerto Ricans in that room, even at a Republican convention. Maybe not 1,000 at a Republican convention, but Puerto Ricans are a huge concentration of Manhattan, New York City area. And people watching, like, you make a joke like that, and it can be taken how anybody wants to take it. If they think you called Puerto Ricans garbage, then they have the right to respond saying, fuck you. We'll show you what we are, and they'll come out and they'll vote against you. You'll see. Or they could be like, it's a joke. The island is covered in garbage. We need to deal with it. Who knows? Who knows?
Quadrex funded €5. Gimme a tiny Hinchcliffe after midnight. My robot bodes once the rod of he humanoid joke man Harris has brain zaps but by humanity.
I have no idea what that means, Quadrex, but I agree 100%. 100%. Elian Gonzalez was Cuban, right? I don't know. What's up, Static Beats? How you been, brother? Yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe's Asian joke, Little Bumpstock brings up. He got soft canceled for, and what is it? It wasn't even an Asian joke. He was just hurling slurs at the guy, but it was at a comedy show, and it's not my type of comedy, right? Like, it's not my type of comedy, but I understand it. And I understand pushing the edge. And I can't choose to push the edge to as far as I think I should go and tell somebody else that they can't push it to as far as they're going to want to go with it. Right? As an edge pusher, it's not in me to be like, hey, you can't say that. I can judge you for saying that. I could say, oh, you look like a fucking idiot, dude. You look like a racist. You look like a dumbass. You look like a buffoon. You make me cringe. Do better. That was terrible. I can not laugh at something. I can admonish something. But in my heart, it's very hard for me to say you shouldn't be allowed to say something. As much as I hate the, Benjamin says, isn't that cowardly, Billy? Why? It's my belief. It's staying true to my beliefs. Is it cowardly? Is it cowardly to believe something? I don't think it's cowardly at all. But also, Benjamin City, sometimes I don't think what you're saying is very brave either. So maybe we're just different generations. Redonks is not really anything such as good or bad comedy. It's subjective like music. No. It might be subjective, but like everything has its audience, right? And good comedy knows its audience and feeds it, right? Great comedy can use the audience and walk the audience, can make the audience hate them. And then they know their actual audience is people who respect them for the way they deal with the normie audience. There's levels to everything, right? But I think you can say something is good or bad. Like everything is subjective, though, not just music. Like literally everything is subjective. Everything is based on perspective. Benjamin City, I'd not say I won't go as edgy until someone else does. Benjamin City. I said I have my edge. That I don't go past my edge. And if someone else has an edge further out than me, it's not my position to judge them for going further than I choose to go. I think, you know what I think it is, Benjamin City? I think you're either a troll or an idiot. Because you say a lot of like big things with very, very little validity. You say a lot of big things and very rarely are you valid. But that being said, I value that you do that. keeps me on my toes. Those were not my words. I know my words. I am very wordy. Everything is suggestive. It's all based on perspective. And you just got fridged. I wish I had like a little effect I could. You just got fridged, and like a refrigerator door slams open, and it's got like the head of like there's a head in the fridge, and it's got the avatar icon of whoever I just dunked on in the chat over the face of the head. You just got fridge, and you got like you're just a fucking severed head in my fridge. Maybe that's not cool. Maybe I'm a little too Halloween-y tonight. Just another fridge fact.
Sure. And has been basically suffocating the news cycle until we get to Biden's gaffe last evening.
Well, so that's the thing. So we now have had two events, one from each candidate, where they were about to have what was supposed to be a big success, and their own side, in a sense, has messed it up. Trump was going to go to Madison Square Garden, heart of New York City, a very legendary venue. Yes, there were people talking about, other events in the 1930s, which I thought was an overextended analogy.
Benjamin says, you never would debate me, though, just like B. I would debate you if you were ever at a level where I felt it was worthy to allow you into my caucus, into my vicinity. You're not on my level. But if you ever get there, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to have whatever debate it is you think that we should have.
Put it mildly. But the point is there that, there's this supposedly celebratory Trump event that is intended to push him into the last week of the campaign, and it's undercut by this comedian making what I thought was a racist joke. Other people don't think it was a racist joke. The controversy over whether it was a racist joke or not consumes, as you say, 2 days. Mm-hmm. Then Kamala Harris has her big moment at the ellipse, seems to go well on its surface, and Biden...
Whether the joke was racist or not, you can argue that all day long. It's a great disservice that everybody's up in arms over the comedian and what he said rather than what every other fucking person said on that 6-hour event, when there's people who are connected to major financial institutions, major platforms that had plans for our country that I think we should be more outraged over as a whole. Like, you can be outraged over the jokes if they offended you. That's 100% your right and is reasonable, and go vote based on your outrage, whatever it takes. But there's some other shit there that I watched a whole lot of it and I was like, oh, fuck, this is gross.
Messes her up with his remark. So it is kind of bizarre in that respect. I do wonder, do you think, in the case of Hinchcliffe, so not only Trump, but the Trump sort of movement likes to be, I guess, anti-establishment, kind of sticking a finger up against orthodoxy and all of that. Do you think that can sort of blow up in their face because it sort of feeds into like hiring people like him to do?
Benjamin City says, I'm a poor American Southerner and he's a rich Asian. Benjamin, I take it back. If you want to debate me, we can do it as soon as you want. Just give me $500 and you and I can go toe to toe, and you have a whole hour and a half to talk to me and debate me, and you can fucking school me, dude. And $500 ain't nothing if you're a rich Asian, dude. $500 ain't shit to a rich Asian. Come and get it, brother. I welcome you for $500.
Comedy.
Maybe, in this case, you could make that argument, but I think generally because the trust in institutions and specifically the mainstream media is so low that the benefits outweigh the potential drawbacks, because people like to see Trump as the outsider candidate, and he didn't really have that benefit in 2020, obviously, which I think hurt him in a lot of ways. And now he's able to be the outsider again. Not only is he not in political office, but he's also fighting against multiple indictments that his supporters view as politically motivated from the DOJ. You have him aligning with people who were not traditionally Republicans, like Tulsi Gabbard and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And then he's doing all of these podcasts that are independent podcasts, like Theo Vaughn, like Joe Rogan. J.D. Vance was on Tim Dillon this past week and is also set to appear on Joe Rogan. For people who like Trump because he's not a politician, I think that's actually a huge benefit for him.
Yeah, I wonder about that in relation to Harris.
I missed the Apprentice movie in theaters there, Joe. The Donald Trump early life film, The Apprentice. I wanted to go see it. I kept meaning to see it, and I don't think it's in theaters anymore. I actually want to go right now to the movies. The movie I want to see starts in 20 minutes. I probably should cut this stream and go. Brad says everyone being way too sensitive with all this. I think that the overall idea going into, imagine this. Imagine you buy into the hype and you think that this Trump rally was a Nazi rally, which I think is not good to call it a Nazi rally because you should call it what it is. Like it should be as it is. A MAGA rally should be contemptible enough from a liberal side to pick it apart for what it is. You shouldn't have to evoke Hitler to denigrate it. But imagine you go in, you're hearing about this Nazi rally in New York City, and then right off the bat, there's a string of jokes that are like, hey, I carved a watermelon with this African-American fellow for Halloween, and Puerto Ricans are garbage. Like you hear these jokes right off the bat, and you're like, they're saying it out loud. They're saying it out loud. It's like everything is so volatile right now. I can understand why people are sensitive because this is the most ridiculous. This is the World Series of America, right? This is the Super Bowl of who gets what. And it's the illusion that either of these sides are really going to be that effective for you in the next 4 years. We'll see, man. We'll see. It's going to get crazy. So whoever wins, if it's Kamala, if it's Trump, we just need to remember that we're all in this together, and divide and conquer is a serious strategy. If half of America is fighting with the other half of America, the bandits in the middle will get away with anything they want. I'm going to go watch a movie. Benjamin City, have your mom sit down and learn English and then have her watch me. She's probably more my age anyways, so I'd probably be able to get along with her once we can get over this language problem. We'll see. I'm going to go watch a movie. You guys have a good night. Bye. Thanks for stopping. Bye. I love you. Love you. Goodbye, everybody. It's time to go. Gotta leave you all behind to face the truth. Mama, ooh, I don't wanna die. Sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Carry on. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see Nothing really matters to me. I'm going to go see Nora. It's playing in 15 minutes. I got to get there. I got to put some pants on, some socks on, some shoes on, and go see it. Bye, everybody. Love you, too.